Hello friends and welcome. I finally got my hands on a Type S. Unfortunately, it's not for a full review, but I have like 20-30 minutes with this one. I'm at the WAPA Rally once again for you guys, and we're looking at the all-new Acura TLX Type S. As a Honda Acura fanboy, well, not fanboy, but as a Honda Acura enthusiast, this is exciting to me. Take a gander at this beauty, the all-new TLX Type S. So if you're not familiar with the current generation TLX, this came out last year. We had the 2-liter with the all the trim levels, A-Spec, Advanced, Base, all that type of stuff. But we finally get the Type S. It's been out for a few months already. It's been out on sale since about midsummer time, and I have had quite a lot of thoughts about it, but since I've never driven it, I didn't want to say anything much about it because, first of all, this thing is 4,200 pounds. On paper, that sounds like it's really heavy. I don't know how it actually drives. I don't know if it drives like 4,200 pounds, so I'm interested to see that. But there are some notable things that I'd like to talk about for the Type S. First, I believe this is Performance Red Pearl, one of my favorite reds on any new car, one of my favorite colors from Acura. So first of all, the grille is just breathtaking in person, and the headlights, just look at it. This is my first time driving this generation TLX. Period. So the Type S, because it's more aggressive, they put, splitters on it. These wheels, they're also a bigger wheel with a different design, but of course summer tires, and this is super handling all-wheel drive. But this is a big looking sedan. It looks big and, well, it looks wide and long. I love how it looks. Look at the exhaust. I've only driven it in normal mode, and I'm honestly very surprised with how quiet it is in normal mode. Hopefully in Sport and Sport Plus it opens it up, because I know this has an active exhaust on it. But of course, super handling all-wheel drive. And because this is the Type S, it's been slightly retuned, or quite a bit retuned, because it can send up to 70% of power to the rear wheels. That may sound like a lot, but honestly, the way how this drives, well, honestly, from what I've heard, it doesn't do that. And also, Acura marketed this thing in a way that it looks like it could drift. But I love the rear end of it. I love the quad tips. Reminds me of the 4th gen Acura TL. That's the last time we've had an Acura sedan with quad tips on it. And I love the rear diffuser. It's just a nice looking package. You can pop the trunk over here. Ooh, pretty big trunk. And just like other Honda products, you can drop the seats with these levers over here. There's some storage, but no spare tire. Well, they just like take it up with a bunch of foam, and you can close it like this. I don't like touching the paint. But let's talk about the engine in this thing, because this has been a hot topic. It's kind of disappointed some people, and it's been exciting to other people. So under the hood of this magical beast, this magical Honda beast, is a 3-liter dual overhead cam turbocharged V6. You can see the turbo over there. I'm so excited about this car. But yes, 3-liter dual overhead cam, which is new for a Honda V6. So it's different than the MDX's J35. I believe it's still a J-series engine, but it's some sorcery under here. They've done quite a bit of stuff to make it dual overhead cam. It makes 355 horsepower and 354 pound-feet of torque. Those numbers are actually pretty similar to my 2013 my old 2013 Volvo S60 T6. That made 325 horsepower and 354 pound-feet of torque. And it had the same 0 to 60 time as this car. But I'm interested to see how this is, because it's a completely different package. 0 to 60 for these is about 4.9 to 5 seconds. I haven't timed it myself. I might do that later. This is a 10-speed automatic, so it's using Honda's in-house 10-speed automatic, which is a great transmission. And of course, super handling all-wheel drive, which does torque vectoring in the rear. So it can send 70% of power to the rear wheels, and then 100% of power to either rear wheel, depending on the corner that you're taking. So this thing should, in theory, feel very planted. If you've seen any newer Acuras, like the new RDX and MDX and the TLX, this is the same thing. You know, the same material quality all throughout. Memory seats, of course. All 4 windows are automatic. We finally get power folding mirrors in Acura products. And the seats in the Type S, I haven't sat in them long enough to tell you how I feel about them, but they look nice. Oh, there's a thigh support, a thigh extension. That's what it looks like, but full power with lumbar, Alcantara in the middle. These are heated and cooled seats with red stitching. Very nice, very nice. Now let's get inside. Just like new Acuras, it's a beautiful little welcoming. Let's start her up. It's in normal mode, so take a listen. It sounds like a Honda V6. It sounds good. So that's normal mode. Let's put it into, I could hear it change. Turn and hold. Ooh. It's still quiet. Does it change the noise inside? I can hear some noise in the back. And it pumps noise inside. Type S gets this 3-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel that is flat bottom. Feels sporty, nice. I love thick steering wheels like this. Paddle shifters, which I've also heard that Acura has tuned the 10-speed to shift a lot more crisp, like a dual clutch almost, but not exactly. No automatic will be like a dual clutch. But on the left side, you have volume and audio controls. On the right side, you have this button over here, which toggles through different screens in the multi-information display, and also some cruise control settings and your driver assistance package. Now, looking at the gauges, I like that Acura used a traditional gauge style and just, you know, did like the screen in the middle. It just kind of looks better to me. You can go through a lot of little pages over here. I like to leave it on the super handling all-wheel drive thing just so you could see where the power is going. But the horn has a good horn. Good job, Acura. Automatic headlights, automatic wipers, just like you'd expect. Heated windshield or heated windshield wipers. That's interesting. This is the biggest change for the last gen TLX to this generation of TLX, and it's not that different. This uses Acura's touchpad system. They introduced this with the RDX, the 2019 RDX. It still makes the dumb noises. Which you can turn off, but you know, it's okay. But wherever your finger is, like my finger's on the top left of the touchpad, it's on the top right of the screen. Well, top left, you know what I mean. I still prefer a touchscreen, but they did do a good job on this. Of course, this has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It is also easy to see. I like that it's up there, and it kind of fits with the dash. It looks nice to me. While we're looking at that, this is the backup camera, and there's a way to change the different views. Oh, with this, you can slide over with this. So you have a wide view, a normal view, top-down view. This turns off cross-traffic alert. Let me put myself in park. Dual zone climate control, very simple to use. I love that Acura has used hard touch buttons just because it's nice and easy. If you're driving, you can just reach over, find the temperature, find the fan speed, the different modes. Beautiful. Heated and cooled, cooled and heated seats. And this is your dynamic mode select. It looks like the volume knob, but the volume knob is actually down here. But you can slide over to comfort, and you can see more of it over here. Comfort, normal, sport, and sport plus. And you can hear the revs go up, and then it kind of gets more aggressive. The back seat, the driver's seat is in my driving position. I am 5'9", and legroom is decent. It's not class leading, of course, but you know, my knees have space. My feet can kind of fit under the seat. You don't have heated rear seats in this model, but like I said, the rear windows are automatic, and this has the ELS Studio 3D audio system. Here's a glimpse of the interior. The ELS system in these sounds very nice. In the full review, I'll go over that. But nice center armrest with like phone and cup holders, you know, soft, very nice. Headroom in the back, not too bad. Like I said, I'm 5'9", so I'm not that tall, but I'm comfortable. I could ride here forever, but I want to drive this thing. You guys probably want to see me drive this thing. Let's just drive this thing. Okay, so inside of the TLX and about to drive it. By the way, this is the key fob for the TLX Type S. You have a special Type S key fob. Now I'm gonna throw it in here, put my seat belt on. Okay, so I have driven this for a few minutes already just to get to this parking lot. And I never floored it because I wanted my raw impressions, and hopefully I have the space to do so. But I have been very excited to do a video on this car. But unfortunately, oh, this has auto start stop. We will see how good it works. If I nudge the wheel, it turns on. So that's kind of better than letting my foot off the brake. It also does it when you let your foot off the brake. But this has been a long anticipated video for me. I've wanted to do like a full review, give this car the honor that I feel like it deserves. But I'm just really happy, and I feel very fortunate to be able to drive one of my dream cars today. So I'm in normal mode, so it keeps trying to shut off. There's no dedicated button that I can find that turns off auto start stop. So in normal mode, this thing drives like a regular TLX. You do have the extra growl of the V6, but it sounds just like everything else that Acura makes with the V6. It's very smooth on normal driving. Just like other cars with high performance tires, there is a bit of road noise, but it's nothing that I would be bothered by. And also you could put other tires on this and it would be totally fine. But it's so comfortable, so smooth. I'm at 60 miles an hour right now. The ride is so nice. This has adaptive dampers. So when you put it in Sport and Sport Plus, it firms up the steering and the suspension. So I should notice a difference, but right now it rides very, very nicely. I'm going to put the map on so I can see where I am. And then, oh boy, I'm gonna put myself in Sport Plus. Oh, it downshifts when I'm hitting the brake. Second gear. The steering is lighter than I'd like it to be. When it's in Sport Plus mode, it makes a popping noise out of the rear end, out of the exhaust. It sounds really nice. I don't need this right now because I'm behind slow people. Oh, when I'm in normal mode, it takes quite a bit of time for the transmission to, oh wow, to, you know, respond to the paddles, which is something that I don't like. But yeah, in normal mode, ugh, he's going slow too. Wow, in sport mode, this thing really has a deeper noise. It sounds like it pipes engine noise into the interior, but in a good way. Other cars, it kind of sounds too computerized for me. Let's take this corner. Wow, it turns in sharp. It turns in very sharp with no sense of, you know, losing grip. So I'm in Sport Plus now. I'm not going all out because there's quite a bit of blind corners. The steering does firm up quite a bit. I'm gonna put the transmission in sport mode too. Maximum performance. The car feels ready to go, and this engine sounds good when it's at high revs. My goodness me. My goodness me. There's a bunch of stupid people in the same road. Around this corner. Yeah, there's so many blind corners here. But the shifts are very crisp in Sport Plus. Almost like a dual clutch. I mean, you could fool me and tell me this was a dual clutch. I'd probably believe it. Because it even makes the noises in the back too. Wow, that Escalade is going quickly. You can really feel super handling all-wheel drive kind of rotate you around the corner. My frick, it's fast, man! Wow. The Brembos are great. Because I can't throw this in a corner because this is kind of like a, not busy, but more people than I'd like. Just listen. Oh my God, I want one of these. Sean, if you're watching this, you need to get this car. It's fine to me. I don't see the issue. I really don't see the issue unless if you're, taking this out on the track. She feels ready to go. I'm gonna let's do a 0 to 60. 3, 2, 1. That was kind of uphill. I love that it downshifts for me. Oh my, it's fast. It is fast. It is fast. It's fast. Sean, I hope you're watching at this point. It is fast. It is fast. And it's a completely different animal when you're just in drive with normal mode. The transmission shifts smooth like butter. Crisp, but like butter. Like toast. Crispy toast. I'm going to go back into Sport Plus. Absolutely brilliant. This car makes me want to cry because to me it's so good. It's so good. I hope the audio of the car, let's go. It doesn't want to slide. And the car gives you the sense of, like, I'm taking this corner at speed, and the super handling all-wheel drive gives you the sensation and the feeling of confidence that you can just hit the corner with throttle on, and it just sticks like glue. Sticks like glue. Like around this one. Brilliant car. Brilliant. And oh, in Sport Plus, oh, the shifts are like... There is a bit of turbo lag, but it doesn't bother me. It makes it more fun. More fun to drive, more spirited control. It does shift for you. Wow, the brakes are strong. It does shift for you. Oh. Absolutely fabulous. Fabulous car, man. Well, that makes the end of this video. If you got, let me know what you guys got as a 0 to 60 time. I would drive this car all day if I could, but I only have so long with it. So Acura, if you'd be so kind in the future to lend me a TLX Type S to drive, I'd be thrilled. Now I'm going to be breaking my piggy bank jar and trying to get an Acura TLX Type S. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, peeps.